warning, which is the highest alert that can be issued when it comes to that red flag danger. Good morning, everyone. This is the red flag warning, and you'll notice that it covers most of Southern California. We're used to seeing this map, but how about this one? This is the area that the National Weather Service has highlighted as the highest risk of getting the most extreme conditions, the strongest winds, the lowest humidity, and of course we have that very dry vegetation. This time around, the winds will be more easterly, affecting more of Ventura County from the valleys out towards the coast, the western Santa Monica Mountains, the San Fernando Valley, and also the I-5 corridor to the north of Santa Clarita. These conditions expected to stay in place through noon tomorrow, so the potential for rapid fire spread. Here's what's happening right now. The winds for many of you are calm, but we're starting to see them pick up over Ventura County and through the I-5 corridor as well as Santa Clarita. The winds will increase through sunrise and peak as we get into the early afternoon hours, reaching speeds of up to 50 miles per hour gusts and even a potential up to 70 miles per hour. So we have extreme fire risks today. If any fires were to start, they would rapidly grow and spread. Also, high wind warnings that are capable of bringing down trees and causing power outages, and also travel will be impacted, especially for high-profile vehicles, so please use caution. I'll be back to time out the winds and show you just how strong they're going to get right now. Let's get a check of the traffic. Here's Robin.
Hi, good morning. We are timing out the commute, and it's good news here. Checking in with Street Vision, giving you a live look at the drive on the eastbound side of the 105, heading to the 605 connector. So if you're heading toward Norwalk, Downey, Santa Fe Springs, no problems there. Continuing north on the 605, it's going to be wide open and trouble-free. Your drive time here under 15 minutes to make it from the 605 up to the 10 split. 710 looks great out of Long Beach. No problems for the 605. Once again, the 10 going west, Pomona to East LA. That's a quick 20-minute trip. The 60, that's looking good for those of you packing up, rolling out of Diamond Bar, heading toward East LA. Trouble free. We do have some road work wrapping up. We'll check back in on the 15 and the drive time coming up in a little bit. Lynette, back to you.
And here's a look at the very cold temperatures that John was talking about. Right now, we do have a freeze warning up in the deserts. That's where you have teens and 20s. It's 10 degrees right now in Big Bear, and wind-sheltered locations for lower elevations are in the 30s, so bundle up. I'm getting you ready for the cold morning and also the strong winds, when they'll be picking up just ahead. Here's Robin.
Good morning. Leave early. Take a little bit of extra time to warm up your vehicle. Traffic is moving well here as we take a live look at the 605. This is coming away from Whittier, heading towards Rose Hills. All is well so far. We'll check more traffic and drive times coming up. Stay with us.
With Belen, you're showing us some of the wind gusts and how powerful they can be. I mean, 70 miles per hour?
That's a possibility, yes. And, just to add to what John was talking about in that cold air that's in the area, because when we think about Santa Ana winds, we usually think about warming winds and the temperatures climbing. But the system that's really driving our winds here is an area of low pressure, and it's a similar setup to the one that we had last Tuesday. So here's what's happening. We have high pressure up to our north and low pressure out to our south, and these two systems are working in conjunction to funnel all of those winds through our mountain passes and canyons. And as those winds drive through all of these canyons and passes, what happens is they pick up speed, similar to how whenever you press the nozzle on your hose and how that water comes out even stronger. That's what's happening with those winds that are coming through those mountain passes and canyons, usually the strongest in the mountains and the foothills. But as these winds descend over the mountains, that air, it compresses and it dries out. So that's the reason why our fire danger increases even more as the winds increase, because this cold, dense air is drying out our air. It's drying out all of our vegetation. For the second time this year, a particularly dangerous situation, red flag warning, has been issued from the National Weather Service, and this highlights the dangerous fire weather scenario. It means that there's a severe risk to life and property. And yes, it's the second time it's issued in January, but it's the fourth time it's issued this season. Prior to January, November, and December, a PDS was also issued. And this time around, these winds are really going to affect some other areas. The key areas affected will be Ventura County, the I-5 corridor, the western Santa Monica Mountains, the western San Fernando Valley, and also the San Gabriel Mountains. That's where we're expecting for all of these ingredients, unfortunately, to come together to create this very dangerous scenario. The winds are starting to pick up. We're feeling them in Ventura County. County and through Santa Clarita Valley. They're expected to peak late this morning and during the early afternoon. Here we are looking at the weather during that timeline, and you see those strong winds blowing from the mountains out towards the coast over towards Ventura County. And we're going to be watching the western edge of the Palisades fire. That is the area that looks to receive the strongest winds. Also seeing that wind tunnel through the Inland Empire and over through Orange County. As we head into this evening, notice how the winds decrease slightly, but then we're having another strong round by tomorrow morning, and we're not done yet. Here we are looking at the weather tomorrow around 11 a.m. and you see gusts in Santa Clarita close to 40 miles per hour. Same goes for Oxnard and that wind tunnel over through the Inland Empire and Orange County. These winds aren't expected to die down until we get into tomorrow evening, Thursday, and past that point, we're going to start to see humidity increase and that fire danger lower. Here's that air quality alert. Because of all of the dust and ash that's in the air, please take those precautions, especially if you are sensitive to the air quality. 7-day forecast doesn't show any rain, unfortunately. Winds today, tomorrow, weakening into Thursday. And as we head into the weekend, more of an onshore flow. We'll start to see more cloud cover and the temperatures come down. The forecast in the valleys and Inland Empire expect for those winds to increase as we go throughout the morning and become even stronger during the middle of the day. Tomorrow morning, we'll get another strong burst and then gradually those winds decrease, not really seeing much relief until we get into Thursday. The weather indicators, watch out for that blowing dust. 50s today, very cold morning, bundle up. You're going to need the heater in the car. And then finally in the mountains, windy weather today, tomorrow. Notice how those temperatures are going to warm at the end of the week slightly, and the weather is staying dry for us, unfortunately. Just a reminder to download that app. That'll keep you updated with all of our first alert forecast. Now let's get a check of the traffic. What are you looking at, Robin?
Some slow traffic, Belen, on the 14th. For our friends packing up, rolling south, it's getting a little busy. We have some sluggish traffic in pockets from Acton heading into Santa Clarita. There's a new crash southbound 14 at the Agua Dulce Canyon Road exit. That's blocking the left lane. It's bumping up your drive time. Not bad, but check this out. We're already at 47 minutes right now with that new crash. That's your average to make it from Palmdale off to the Newhall Pass. The 5 looks great. No issues from Valencia, Castaic, Santa Clarita, all the way down to Sun Valley, Burbank, East LA. 31 minutes. The 405 still in great shape. 22 minutes out of Mission Hills down to your 105 connector. We will continue to remind you throughout the week what areas to avoid, especially because of the Palisades fire. You should not be traveling anywhere along PCH. It's closed until further notice. Southbound at Sweetwater Canyon, northbound at the McClure Tunnel. If you're traveling through Santa Monica, West 10 at Lincoln closed, as well as the 4th and 5th Street on-ramp. So please keep that in mind as you're traveling. Today in LA returns after the break. We'll be right back.
Santa Ana's Belen. Hi, and you look at the current winds and they're not doing much for most of us, but they're starting to pick up over Ventura County and also through the I-5 corridor. We're going to see those winds increase through sunrise and becomes even stronger through the middle of the day. We got another red flag warning issued for most of Southern California. The fire danger today increasing compared to yesterday, extreme. If any fires were to start, they would quickly spread and grow rapidly. We're going to have these red flag conditions in place all the way through tomorrow afternoon. Now today, a particularly dangerous red flag warning has been issued from the National Weather Service, impacting most of Ventura County, the western Santa Monica Mountains, the San Fernando Valley, and the I-5 corridor to the north of Santa Clarita. This PDS, as the National Weather Service calls it, exemplifying just a high risk of those fire conditions. Just ahead, we're going to be timing out those winds and also showing you when they're going to get the strongest and who's going to be affected by them. Right now, though, we're going to check on traffic because these high winds also causing some issues when it comes to travel. Here's Robin with more.
Absolutely. And be careful driving on the road. Debris may be out there. Several items will be scattered across lanes as well when we're dealing with these windy conditions. Right now, it's okay, but we'll keep you posted throughout the morning. We're checking in on some new trouble spots. We have one here coming out of the Inland Empire, northbound 215 at Box Springs Road. Just got word of a crash. It cleared quickly, so it's already off to the side, but it left a little bit of slow traffic there behind. So expect delays coming from the 60 and northbound on the 215. It's right at the merge. Your drive time, 20 25 minutes in, growing from the 74 to the 91. The 91 is recovering from road work. It's out of the way. They picked up the cones at the 71 split. Expect about a 42-minute drive from Riverside to Buena Park. That will continue to increase as we roll through the morning. The 60 wide open under 25 minutes. Now's your chance. Get out there early. Beat the rush from Riverside to the 57, 24 minutes. More drive times coming up. Lynette, Adrian, back to you.
Robin, thank you. 5:02 right